one night I'm up on stage, and usually when it's, in the comics world, before I go on stage, Mike is the host. He'll come up to me and he'll go, "You're doing 15 minutes. When do you want a light?" And I'll go, "Give me a light at 10. And if he gives me a light at 10, in my head, I can measure 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know more or less what 5 minutes is. On this particular night, I didn't see a fucking light. I didn't see a fucking sign. People were laughing. People were having a good time. Then I started to slow down a little bit. I didn't know what was happening. And then finally I see the kid and he waves me. And I get off the stage and people clap. I did okay, And he came back to me. And I don't know if I did 34 minutes or if I did 43 minutes. Again, I don't know. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But I did a lot more than what I fucking thought. Oh, my God. You should have seen me on the way home. Oh, my God. I was saying shit to I was making a list in my head of the people I was going to call the next day. I'm calling this studio. I'm calling Warner Brothers. I mean, I had done like 34 or 43. It was one of those two. Jimmy Abeta was the host. I just talked to Jimmy 2 days ago, too. He's from 20 years. I still talk to the guy that helped me with comedy in Denver the most, Jimmy Abeta. He called me the other night to tell me he was with some girl, and the girl knew him. I don't fucking know. But Jimmy Abeta gets off. Jimmy Abeta comes up and I go, "Jimmy, where the fuck you been?" He goes, "I went onto the car to have sex with some girl. I'm sorry." I go, "I'm up here 34, 43. I didn't know." He goes, he told me, he goes, "You did fucking 34 minutes or 43 minutes. Listen, when you've been doing 10-minute spots for fucking 4 years, and all of a sudden somebody comes and says to you, you did 34, Jesus Christ, does your ego get big." For the first time in my life, I thought I was fucking Don Rickles. I went home, I couldn't fucking sleep. Because I told you, you got to get a book called Stand-Up Comedy by Judy Brown. Is it Judy Brown? Yeah, Judy something.
Carter?
Judy Carter. It's Stand-Up Comedy by Judy. Do you have it?
Yeah, I heard you talk about it.
Well, it had the back 10 pages has everything you'll need. It has every number to every comedy club, every number to bookers, the big agencies, the people who book ships. I think she used to have it in the old edition. And I still remember waking up the next morning and calling I don't know who it was. I wish I could tell you. I don't know who it was. I'm going, "I'm Joe Diaz. I did 43 minutes last night," and they hung up on me. They were like, "What the fuck?" But that, you're so fucking impatient. We can't wait to get to where we're going, and we don't. And I gotta tell you something. That's what happened the last fucking 10 years to me. It wasn't that I was impatient the last 10 years. It was that things were moving so fast, I wasn't having time to enjoy them. Has that ever happened to you where things are going so fast that you don't even have a time to fucking enjoy them? Like, I sold out 2 shows at the New York fucking theater. I didn't even have a chance to celebrate it. Like, things were moving so fast, I couldn't even understand. Like, I sold out this theater. Usually you take like a month off and you celebrate and you have a great time. But life was moving so fast that I wasn't even appreciating the things I was doing. And this is why I hate, if you're going to get into comedy, if you're going to get into any career and you want it to work for you, patience has to be the number one priority on it. We talk a lot about goals. We talk a lot about journaling. We talk a lot about getting our fucking hands dirty and, rolling up your sleeves. The one thing we don't talk about enough is patience. Because without patience, you won't hang in the fucking game. You will not hang in the fucking game, and it's sad. And if it was nobody else who had a heart, nobody had it harder than me when it came to patience, because I just wanted it so bad. The way we all want something so bad. But we see ourselves there. We don't, this is why when I tell you to do your goals, I want you to write them so you're not there. I want you to see all the dots that you have to connect to get to that place. The impatience is that we just see that. That's all we see. We see a comedy store, blowjobs, a fucking Testarossa, fucking, that's all you see. I'm going to have a big bank account. I'm going to have a maid. I'm going to have a butler. That's all you see. You know, I'm going to have a big electrical company. I'm going to have the biggest fishing company in the world. I'm going to have the best restaurant in the world. But you never get to that because you didn't have the patience. You didn't have the patience to stick it out. You got to have the patience to stick it out. That's why I love those fucking stories about the busboy who bought the restaurant. You know, I love those stories about the kid who went there to change tires and now he owns the fucking gas station. I love all those type of stories. I love my story. I love my story. I love it that I was down and out. I love it that I was down and out, and then I was even more down and out. And then guess what? And then on top of being down and out, I went to fucking prison. I fucking loved it. And then I got out of fucking prison, and I got married. And I got beat up by that, too, because I couldn't cover the spread because I was a fucking loser. And then without even fucking knowing, you know, I tried everything. I was smart enough to fucking do anything I wanted to do. I really was. I was a fucking roofing estimator. I turned myself into a roofing estimator. Who the fuck it becomes a roofing estimator with a fucking GED? I did. I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. How the fuck do you even end up a roofing estimator? I love my fucking story. And then I said, fuck all this shit. This is bullshit, this work shit. I'm going to try my hand at something that is fucking the hardest thing in the world because I don't give a fuck about me. I got no wife. I got no kid. I got nothing. I had a wife and a kid, but they didn't fucking like me. So what's the fucking difference, you know? Everything I touched was shit. What are my chances of being a stand-up and being successful? Fucking zilch. So let's fucking go for it. Let's prove myself the fuck wrong. And man, let me tell you something. It was the first time in my life that I showed patience because I don't even know. I don't even know where the patience came from. I don't know if it was homegrown. I just knew myself. For me to succeed in this fucking business, I got to slow it down a notch.